Hello, I'm Alisha from CityArts, and today for our Heart Health Fair, we're talking about self-love. Self-love and self-care are healthy habits that you create to take care of your body and your mind. Some healthy habits that you might have already are taking a bath, brushing your teeth, eating good foods that make you feel healthy and alive. And to take care of your mind, drawing is a great way to relax and to be creative and to help with any stress that you might feel in your everyday life. So today I'm going to take you through a drawing of a Valentine that you're going to write to yourself, and we're going to create a heart that looks a little bit three-dimensional. And at the top, I'd like you to title it with something that you love about who you are. What you're going to need for this drawing is a piece of paper, something to draw with, a ruler, something to color with, and a Kleenex or a paper towel so we can create some smudge marks for a three-dimensional drawing. Feel free to pause this video as we go along so you can draw with me and then press play to keep going. Let's get started. Okay, so I have all of my supplies ready. I have a piece of paper, a pencil, a ruler, and then some things to color with, as well as a tissue to create some shadow and some smudge marks. To create our heart, we're going to draw in the middle of our paper here. Sometimes it's good to put your hand down in the middle so you can see where the middle kind of center is. So I'm going to put my hand in the middle, and at the tip of my fingertip, make a little dot. And then let's come down and make another dot. And then to draw our heart, we're going to go out, around, and down, and meet that dot there at the point. So we'll repeat it on the other side, up and out, around and down. If you want to try that again, feel free to flip your piece of paper over and start another one. Sometimes it helps to practice by sketching and warming up. Then what I would like you to do is to take a ruler, and I'm going to start here on the bottom of my piece of paper, and we're going to draw lines straight across. So then I'm going to slide my ruler up to the bottom of that line, and I'm going to draw across, and make sure you stop for the heart. We don't want to draw through the heart. We're having these lines draw through the back of the heart. So continue doing this until you have lines all the way across your paper. Okay, so you can go with that many lines across, or if you would like some more smaller ones, we can just draw lines through the middle of those big lines. So if you feel like those lines were enough and you want to keep going, you can. If you want a few more lines in the middle, then you feel free to keep going with that. Usually we give Valentines to our friends and our family and people that we love. But how often do you give a Valentine to yourself? You're pretty special and you matter. So why not celebrate and give yourself a little bit of love? Okay. So now we have lines behind our heart. And what we're going to do to kind of give this a 3D popping off of the page kind of look, we're going to connect these lines to the other side of the heart. So take your ruler and find the line. I think, we'll start over here. I think this will be easier. So start with the line that is on the side of the heart and take your pencil from that point to across the heart. And that doesn't have to meet anywhere exactly on the other side. You're not trying to meet another one of those lines, but we are trying to make it look like, let's see, I think there could be a little one here. We're trying to make it look like the side of the heart here is popping out. So again, I'm looking for the line up here, and then I'm drawing a line from one end of the heart to the other. Almost done. Okay. So now comes the fun part of the shading. What I would like you to do is on this left side of the heart here, draw a little bit of a thicker line along the edge of the heart here. And that's going to help you stay in the line and not go outside of the heart too much if you can help it. And then to create shading, you want to learn how to press down with your pencil. So the harder you press, the darker the pencil is, and then the lighter you press, the lighter the pencil line. And what we're going to do is we're trying to create a shadow, meaning that's where the light is not hitting the heart the most, and where the light is hitting up here is going to be the lightest. So again, down here, I'm coloring in, I'm pressing down the hardest, and as I get closer to this side of the heart, I'm pressing lighter. Do you see the difference? So darker up here, and then lighter as we get closer to the other side. And don't worry about this, it kind of looks like scribbles, right? But we're going to use our tissue paper as a smudging tool. So this pencil is called graphite, and it's kind of soft and crumbly, as you might be able to tell as you're coloring in. There's little crumbles coming off. And what we're going to do is we're going to use those crumbles to create shadow across our heart. Now, if you can see on this one, there's a little bit of a shadow up here at the top of that heart, of that side of the heart. So I'm going to put in just a little bit up there. So now take your Kleenex. I used this one earlier, so it's already been used. But you're going to take your finger, your pointer finger, and cover your finger with the Kleenex. Okay? So you've created a little tool. And then hold your paper down so it doesn't slide, and use the tip of your finger with the Kleenex, and you're going to press down lightly, and look, you're smudging that pencil and creating shadow. And you're going to try to stay in the line of the heart. If you get out of it, don't worry, we'll just use our eraser and clean up those lines. So again, I'm trying to kind of keep away from the top edges of the heart because that is where the light is hitting the most. Okay. So from here, you can continue to create more and more shadow. You can add in colors if you want. Let's clean up the edges here first so you can see what that looks like. So I'm taking an eraser and I'm going to go back around those lines of the heart and try to clean up any of that smudge. And then that creates a nice cleaned up little heart, and it doesn't look like it's fuzzy. We want it to be a little crisp. Okay. Another way that you can clean it up is we're going to add some marker on top. You can use any colors you have. So I'm going to use a Sharpie here to give it a little bit of an edge. But you could use a marker. You could use paints. And let's see, I'm going to use this darker pink to give me a little edge here. And crayons would work really well. A nice way to cover a lot of space when you're drawing is use the side, use the edge of your crayon or your colored pencil, and it gives it a softer feel. So do you see I'm putting the edge down on the paper and I'm rubbing it back and forth to give a little bit of color there. Maybe I used a darker pink down here. All of our hearts are going to look so different, and that is okay because we are different people. You might use different colors than me. And the last thing I would like you guys to do is to write something that you love about yourself. So I wrote on this first one that I love that I am creative. What is something that you love about yourself? Do you love the way you laugh? Do you love the way you jump around when you get really excited? Do you love your animals, that you like to take care of them? They bring you joy. Do you love dancing around in the rain and puddles or the snow? So think of something that you love about yourself and write that across the top. And since this is a Valentine to you, instead of saying to whoever from you, just put your name on the bottom, because this is a Valentine for yourself. Okay, I hope you guys had fun today, and we will see you next time for another fun drawing. Thank you guys.